The conversation welding instructors are not having. Family, today I want to take a brief moment and talk to you about a conversation that you do not hear in majority of welding schools. When should you start looking for a welding job? Before you sign up to welding school or your program or the trade school or whatever it is that you're going to. And the reason I say this because most students, soon as they get out, they get confused. Where do I need to find the work? Where I need to go? Who do I need to call? Family, that's what you need to do beforehand. I don't know what city, what state you are in, what money you are trying to make, but sometimes you can be in an area where the money you're trying to make is just unrealistic. They're not paying that in that city or that state. And you have to relocate to get that type of finances, but you can do this, but you need to know this beforehand. Don't get all caught up in your head thinking that you are going to just walk around with a bank on your back if you're in an area that's not going to allow you to do that. Some students think, oh, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna start off at 25, and they're in the area where the start off range is 17, 18, 20. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be realistic, and then they be like, well, I can go to Amazon or I can stock shelves. Yes, but you don't have a skill and they can take that away from you. So the goal is once you start building your skill sets, they can go anywhere. You can pick, you can spin the globe and say, hey, I want to live here. I want to go there. All you have to do is do the research and make sure that there is a demand in your area. That's the main thing, fam. As long as you do that, you ain't have no problem. But I think a lot of times the issue is we don't want to do the homework, fam. We have to do the homework first. So I think this is a conversation that a lot of welding instructors don't even have, because a lot of them I have met just want to push you through the system. Just want to, get that grade, push you through. I have seen some on social media, they just want to show that, how good they can weld. But when it comes to majority, though, that we talking about majority, you don't just see them really guiding the student, motivating them. A lot of them discourage them, just like a lot of the students experience, even I did when I was going to high school and grade school. Every now and then you would get a teacher implemented and throughout the system that'll really care, that that's correcting you, but doing it with love also. To me, those are the teachers, those are the people that get you over the hump. And if we had more of them, do you not know how the school system or the student could prosper? Find their direction more because they got someone that can literally give them their advice. If you had been on both sides, why not tell them? See, I told a student one day, it's not that I'm trying to keep you from enjoying your new car because you younger than me, so your car is newer than mine, but I'm trying to give you some instructions on the road that you're heading, and that road is the same when I was driving on it, then you're about to start driving on. The road is the same. So it's some some pit holes, it's some potholes, it's some hurdles, it's some errors, it's some mistakes, it's some dead ends that you need to know about, fam, honestly. And I think your welding instructor should tell you that, especially if they've been in the field working for companies. Why not tell the student the truth? I look at it as being a parent. And if I know a situation is bad for my children, I'm not going to send them there. I'm not going to encourage them to walk over there. I even show them, hey, I want you to look at this so you can really see it for yourself, so you won't think I'm just trying to keep you from having fun when you see what happens at the end. See, sometimes we just have to be realistic and real with the students, and that's what they need. That's what this generation needs. Just want you to be honest, because they're going to get the skills to pay the bills, fam, and they want to go forward with it, and they can engineer and do things that this generation or my generation, present generation, couldn't do. And that's the goal, fam, to always elevate the trades and skills. But we have to have a real and honest conversation with the youth, with those who are entering into trades. We can't tell them something that is unrealistic. So start looking for your job beforehand. Start scouting around. Start calling some recruiters. Start building your resume. I would say this to anyone who's looking for a job in the trade. Build you an Indeed account, saying you're a welder, a fabricator, pipe welder, whatever, because there's a lot of recruiters on there that can help you get a job. There's a lot of places you can go put applications. But if you build your LinkedIn presence as a good worker, as in your career, that can help you, fam. You can get connections on there that can open up the next job for you. And I'm just giving you some Jews now. There's many platforms you can do this. But that is a professional platform that I would recommend, not only just for your job or careers, but also when you're transitioning into your business. So it's a great platform. So I want to hold the conversation that most instructors don't tell you. Start doing your research before you sign up. So once you sign up, we can really fine tune and focus on you getting that job, you going in, taking that test and passing it, so that way you can start changing your life. Hog on.